Only my distance till I let it burn, but never loses my desire. It's from the moment that I felt my first love. Like I'm bulletproof, shots in my heart, but is it true? I feel like a tattoo, like a tattoo. I'm a tattoo, like a tattoo. You know, for my couple that changed, better than ever, you make me to buying as a loser if you were the game. Stuck and never getting up with you. Wrist like I'm bulletproof, always on my heart, like a tattoo. Time I let you get up under my skin. I wanna let you try, but wanna try again. Like a weapon you slay, forever connected like a tattoo. Tattoo.
Check, check, mic check, 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 mic check, 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 check. Boom, 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 boom. I think, I think we got sound serving. I think so. I see, yeah, I see a green light. So I see the green. Check, mic check, 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 mic check, check. I'm over here on this freaking Zoom. Check, check. Hold on. Check, check. Okay, I gotta find my echo. Boom, 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 boom. I think we got sound service. I think so. I see, yeah, I see a green light. I see the. Hold on, we got the echo. I'm over here on this freaking Zoom. Check, 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 check. Where I gotta find my echo. Boom, 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 boom. I think we got sound service. I think so. Uh, we got echo. I'm over here already with the echo. Where I gotta find my echo. Okay, hold on. Let me see. They change every time I come on Zoom, it's changed. Every time I come on, I had to find the login button. It was crazy. Hi, Miss Vern, Frankie. Sounding good, Miss Brown. Sounding good. Sounding good. How's that? Let me go on my phone and check it out. Check it out. Let me do that. We had some birthdays. Let me see how it sounds on my oh, my battery about to die. Okay, sounding good. Yeah, sounds good. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Sounds good. How y'all doing, ladies? How y'all doing? We gonna keep it calm. This is a calm night. Very calm. I better charge my phone up so that way before I get off, the phone line will be open and you can call in if you want to. So, plenty action for y'all this week, huh? I'm talking about the Dalton. I'm talking about this whole intervention with everybody that's, involved with speaking out on this Ernesto stuff. That community is woo child. That community is woo child. Um, what else been going on out here? Saw it in the news. Saw it on my Google. Let me go back over here to Google. So much, you guys, so much. Um, I did catch Catfish Respond, and once again, it was something so stupid and idiotically to say. It's just crazy. Hmm. It was crazy. Her response was like really off the wall, Michael Jackson, just off the wall, beat it type of Michael Jackson, just beat it. 1 minute, it's all right to kind of, have some little shits and giggles. But then I'd be like, what am I, what is she, what is this? What is this response? Oh my God, y'all. She was talking about she won't be responding to the trash, she taking the trash out and that's all of that. I think that was after that whole beat down or that darn 312 over there then took all her breath. Every breath you take, every move you make. Dalton, Dalton, Dalton. Oh my God, Miss Vern, did I have a mouth full to say about the one guy, Judah Brown, the advocates for the Dalton people. But before we jump into that, let me pull up. I want to find his video that he was on. And I typed in his chat. I never type in anybody's chat, but baby, I was feeling that underneath the skin, like two layers underneath. So we had two birthdays for this month now that I want to acknowledge. And Lily's having a birthday. So happy birthday to Lily. Shout out to you. May God bless you, continue to heal you, and please have many, many more. The other person would be Empress, my moderator. Empress had a birthday, and from what I heard, she enjoyed herself, had a dang good time. And I just want to send some shout outs to both of those ladies. Continue to celebrate your birthday, which we know every day could be our birthday if you want to, and enjoy life to the fullest. May God bless both of you ladies. If you are having a birthday this month, like me, and I know you guys don't remember my birthday, but it's okay. I probably will be here maybe afterwards or before my shenanigans will start. Um, Not having a backyard party this year. However, I just may be putting one together for next year and also putting some of you guys on the list, the trusted ones, the good ones, with sending out maybe if you want to drive in, stay overnight, hotel up the street, down the street, and maybe make it, a morning event or something further out and having some fun. But that's something that I will continue to consider if you guys are willing to kind of, come on through some of the good ones. some of the good ones. And right now I've been rocking with some pretty good ladies over here. I know that a lot of us is up in age and we're dealing with health and you got your grandkids or your other business. But like I say, it's just something that I just was thinking about doing. So we will see. So now it is time for shout out in the room. Shot Town Finest. What's going on? Frankie, my love, what's going on? Miss Byrne. Miss Brown is here. Sheila's here. Shout out to you. I sure want to know where's my other mod. I do want her back, but I haven't seen her. Servant Miss Brown, all you guys in Ann, hi. She must have came and gone. I'm going to pin the link, but I will be very, very careful if someone decides to come up and do some chit chatting with me and all of that stuff. I have to see you behind the scenes first because we definitely do not want to go through what we went through last time. And I believe that that was the last time that I had dropped the link in the chat. We got exposed pretty bad. What's going on, babe?
No. See your face and say hi.
Uh, I thought you was socializing or hanging out. Yeah, I thought you was in the room hanging out.
Talking fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we'll
Yeah,
spend,
yeah.
okay, well, we'll
Yeah,
spend,
I came out. I just came
spend some time.
looking for the picture,
What paper?
the instructor to this.
Thought I put it in the drawer by the door. Yeah, so those are a few of my announcements before we get into the shedang dang. But since Ms. Vern brought up Jedi Brown, let me see if I can find. Okay, he did a live the other day, right? And I kind of watch it. Hi, Tia. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, love. Now that you're here, sometime soon in the future, I'm hoping to get you in the green. We flip it green over here. I do have my little membership that I like to have that helps supports my channel for $1.99 a month. Has not changed. It will be $1.99 probably forever. And it's just showing that you support and you don't mind supporting and rocking with the channel from time to time when you can come in and participate with some of our laughter over here with some shits and giggles, girl. But Ms. Vern, I watch him a little bit, okay? Not too much. And it's just something that I'm just not feeling too much about him. I'm okay with him being this advocate for this town or this village of these people. But what I'm not okay with is his verbalizing hostility. I'm not down with that. I truly do think that he can go about and handle things totally in a wrong direction. I do see this guy in the near future probably facing some trouble in his lane. I do. I think sometimes he barks up the wrong tree. He does says a lot of things that I don't know if the people catches it or not, but it doesn't make any sense. And I'll give you an example because I remember this one here very clearly. He says that I guess he's there and he's fighting for these people and he's demanding answers and all of these things, right? But who's gonna give it to him? You think the feds are gonna give him a freaking report? Do you think that Lightfoot is going to give him a report on his demand about what? He's not an official. He has no official background. None of that. So I hear him mix a lot of God in it. Oh, you say you've been, you know what, Tia? You got to pop in every now and then so I can share some love with you. I ain't good with names unless I see it, on a good regular basis. But if you're comfortable in the bushes, that's fine with me too, honey. That's fine. Something, Tia, they say it's the safest place to be because people will point you out, not even knowing that you're just a freaking avatar in the chat room and get attacked. Mhm. And I thank you and I appreciate you for rocking for 4 years. You don't know how I'm smiling, but I'm smiling. So thank you. I'm not that bad of a person if Tia's been around for 4 years, you guys. 4 years. Wow. So I think, Miss Byrne, that his head has swollen. I think that his underwear has gotten a little too tight. I think that he uses God a little bit too much with what he's trying to pursue, because we all know that God is a name that is highly attractive to most people out here. That's all you got to mention. But you fool me once, you could fool me twice. And I listened to him, Miss Byrne. I listened to this man. I also watched that video, not once, two times, three times. And rightfully, the police was in order to detain him. And this is my reason why. After he got done speaking and demanding something from that Andrew Holmes, he didn't go directly to his seat. No, Andrew Holmes did stand up and he did motion, come on with it with his hand. But that was after the accusing, that was after the allegations, that was after the the force and the fierce in his voice, as if he wanted to do something. He said, I demand you. You gonna tell me if that's the last thing I do, and I'm gonna get it out of you, and I promise you that, right? You rape that girl. Now, mind you, Andrew Holmes has not been to no trial at all. Andrew Holmes, when it comes to the young lady, has a civil suit, not a criminal suit. They didn't come and arrest him and lock him up and he's waiting on a trial. So when he speaks of God, right? This is just, it just, I was like, oh my God, okay, so you're down for this and you're down for advocating for your people, but you're not down for due process. You he not down for due process. You're going to literally stand out here, do all of this accusing without this man having the opportunity for justice. So it really shook me a little bit. And Ms. Vern, I typed in his chat, girl. I was over there without what? Huh? I didn't want to put nothing in there that would get me blocked, right? So I was like, what the? Y'all listen to this, to this. So of course he's made it to the news. They have pointed him out as being this solar coaster, And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He left that podium, Miss Fern, and he didn't go to his seat. So when I started hearing that half of his comments was not to be expected to what he was looking forward to, which was probably, hoo, hooray, and of course they've tagged him now. He's a Dalton hero. How, Sway? This man has not seen any paperwork of anything, I don't believe, from the official authorities, the higher people. He ain't seen nothing but what the super mayor clearly has been showing. He sees that, and what the trustees may, be opposing and this or that. He ain't seen no documents. He ain't seen a ledger showing whether numbers are and how much was technically spent. He's running off of air and filtration from the mouths of people. So he made himself a place. He's made himself known out here. Now, like I said, because I'm able to dissect the situation, I'm okay with him advocating. I'm okay with him investigating advocate. That's what he called himself. An investigating advocate. Hi, Robin, sweetheart. An investigating advocate. Does that come with a badge? Does that come with anything presented to him from these authority figures out here? I'm just saying, I gotta jump back to Tia though for a minute. Tia, you say you've been here for 4 years and you ain't get a membership to the channel. 4 years, girl, you wouldn't even give me a chance. I just thought about that. I did. I did. So let me see. Where is the live? Let me see. Hold on. Where is this channel? See. Okay, so I'll go to his lives. I'll go back to what was the one that I saw? Host response to demand. I think it was the 2 days ago. Oh, no, here. Host response to Dalton arrest. So you say when the Kanika stuff was going on, Andrew got up there, Jed and another advocate was standing there, and Andrew lied and said that they had seen the tape of her going. I saw that. I saw that. And they have been into it. Also, technically, this can be some little personal beef going on then, right? This could be some beef. Give me 1 second. I don't know why my dryer is beeping like that. Hold on. That's what, when you said that, it sounds like it could be some little personal beef going on, right? Isn't that crazy? Now, okay, investigate. But when he's done investigating, the things that he has researched and put a lot of force into investigating, are they going to be using any of his stuff that he found in the courtroom? Has he made it up that far where all of his evidence will be presented and stuff? Yeah, if once you said that to me and I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think that this is a personal thing. But let me see if I can find where I was listening. Hold on. Because at some point though, you gotta be asking yourself, like, what do you want out of this? What do you want out of this? There's nothing that he can testify to. He wasn't down in Vegas, so he wouldn't have all of the facts there. It would be hearsay. But baby, when he came from behind that damn podium, instead of going to his seats, because there were other people that wanted to have their time to speak. There were other people. And they had to end that because I'm sorry, of his ignorance. And it sucks to be so smart, but then so ignorant at the same time. He took away the town meeting from the other public people that wanted to speak and go in. Yeah. What you say to I'm sorry, boo. Tia said, don't be putting me on blast. She said, don't be putting me on blast. I'm gonna get the membership. I'm okay, but Tia, 4 years. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Now I'm gonna have to get you up on this panel next. You want to come on the panel with me? Get your butt up here and laugh with me, girl. But yeah, yeah. And then he says that he's gonna buy another monkey. Yeah. He finna get another monkey. Yeah.
Talk about some of the things that I want to talk about as it relates to wow, the elk shows up always.
So let me see if
Turn up something because let me see if they still talking shit. So what's gonna get my answer? I'm gonna get my answer because he's a fellow advocate. He should know better. All of his baby says he's been charged with resisting arrest and that he's also been served with an order of protection. Holmes is accused of sexually.
that part, Miss Vern. Andrew Holmes went and got an order of protection, which he rightfully should have done. He should have done it. That man, Judai Brown, he didn't go to his seat. He was going to go and give some smoke and get some smoke. He made strong allegations against that man in the public with numerous of cameras around. And this is what he wants because he knew this was going to get displayed on the TV, right? He knew it. He knew it's going to come out. So I believe that it's all pre-planned. I do. He trying to get another monkey to go with the other monkey that he has, right? So he literally, in my opinion, went over and got in Andrew Holmes' space. He got in that man's space. He got in that man's space. Not only that, I'm going to show the video. I watched the video. Once the police officers got into the middle of those guys, he took and turned and started heading towards the super mayor. He did. So now you have the community down there where they were complaining about the super mayor having all of this police private security, that she's paying for. Well, baby, it looks like she needs more with someone who has actions like this. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I'm gonna come back to Jedi, but let me see if I can find it so I can show y'all this video. Okay, here we go. Let me see if they're gonna play it off. Let me share my screen. Hold on. This was straight up ignorant. It really was. So this is what makes me be like, what do you want? What do you want out of this? First of all, you're asking Andrew Holmes, you're demanding for him to incriminate himself. Incriminate himself because you are a investigator. Andrew Holmes, I'm pretty sure, have an attorney somewhere behind him. I'm pretty sure that the attorney advised him already, do not, say or do anything. But this guy seems to believe that Andrew Holmes owed him an explanation when he wasn't even in Vegas to even see and know nothing about it. Now, I've listened to, let me wait for to see if the screen gonna come up. I've listened to the young lady. I did. I kind of got a flashback of what was happening to R. Kelly. Silver Suit. silver suit, silver suit. And I think that, you know, I get it, the reason why there's a lot of stuff that she's saying that she just she couldn't remember. But at the same time, one of the main important questions on the cross-examination to her, if it would have went down that road, was, well, how many drinks did you have? You know, you could remember going to the out with him where he was something like an uncle. You could remember that, and that's gonna catch her up. I don't know, it was a few or this, you know, it was that, you know, so, but let me, look at this. Let me rewind, and I'm sorry, I was talking.
Allegations are still being investigated by Las Vegas police, so still a lot of questions to be asked about the incident that allegedly happened.
Where,
Disgusting, because how
who owes him
was in the
these
video.
answers?
And that's why literally
Why?
I wish that I would have looked up before I read the statement, because as it relates to you, you're the reason that I'm here.
See there? That was
board meeting.
that was the first threat. That can be taken as a threat. That can be taken as a threat. You're the reason why I am here. You said that's how he acted in Chicago. He was on the well, this right here, somebody needs to revoke his investigating license if he has any. You say Jed has gone to his house in the beginning of all of this, but Andrew didn't come. I wouldn't either. I would not either. I mean, at some point, enough is enough. To me, it sounds like he's a little bitter because he can't get the information that he wants that can actually blow him up even bigger than what he feels he's already is. I cannot fathom how he believes that any of those people owe him an explanation. Even Super Mayor, who are you, a regular citizen that tagged yourself as a freaking activist investigator. Like, who are you? Who hired him? Who hired this man? Well, let's watch this fight.
Ends in a near confrontation in Dalton overnight. Here's what happened. Okay, several Dalton residents took to the podium to voice their frustrations with the lack of transparency surrounding Dalton's finances. Things are relatively calm, as you can see here. That is until activist Jedediah Brown came to the mic for a second time. He directly addressed Dalton trustee and well-known victims advocate Andrew Holmes. Holmes has been accused of sexually assaulting a former village employee, and Brown demanded answers.
You could have at least declared your innocence, which noted you haven't done.
He could not. Do you hear this? Like, some people wants to declare that they're so smart, but so stupid at the same time. He knows for a fact that if Andrew Holmes is under an investigation for this allegations, why would he come out here and talk to him? Why do he feels that he owe him something? And now that you learned me though, Ms. Byrne, that, you know, they were in each other's space, not, you know, a while back with the Kanika situation that happened in Illinois, right? He's carrying on some type of personal vendetta against Andrew Holmes. He was probably excited as hell to hear that Andrew Holmes is, you know, out here under the scope of an allegations. So what does he do? This is his time. This is his time. Now, mind you, if you pay attention to him, when he first started out, it was about Super Mayor. I was hearing Super Mayor, and I seen him going, you know, up against some other guy out here on the YouTube, right? And then now he's struggling. Hey, Lavelle, he's struggling. He need to pick a struggle. What is his fight? Who do you want to fight? What is your fight? So he's out here in the news and he's pretty known now, but let's listen.
Simply asking you right now, because we sitting here looking at your face, I'm utterly disgusted.
See?
Because how dare you take your back outside and stuff with any family when there's a woman with a child that's waiting on a response from you, literally as an elected official and as an advocate.
Now, where will that woman get her response from? In the court of law. In the court of law. And he knows that. He knows that those are the procedures to allegations. He knows that those are the procedures to anybody that is under an investigation. He knows that. So, what part of him is smart and what part is dumb? Cause he acting real dumb right now. And this was very, very, very unnecessary to do. The reason why I say that is because he can contact Andrew Holmes' attorney. See if he'll get some answers from there. He can also go and try to get a speedy arrest. Go see how that's going to work out for him. But for this man to stand here, he targeted Andrew Holmes. Now, I understand he's using every ounce of his First Amendment rights. I get that. And what is saving him is because his opposition is sitting in an official seat. But Andrew Holmes, he stood up and he did motion. You come on and get this. In other words, how dare you stand up here as if you hold all the cards to my life. I owe you answers like I'm in a court of law. And this is what irritates me about people too, boy. I swear. Oh,
Forget about what you did. Was it consensual? Was it not? Did you rape that woman?
listen to
Did
it.
you put something in her drink? And gonna answer, and you're gonna answer me. I promise you that.
So he takes off from behind the microphone. He didn't head towards his seat. No, he did not. Now he's furious because Andrew Holmes is standing over there with his hand a little bit above his waistline, motioning him, come on, black man, come on, And know what he did? Walk right past his seat, past the company that was in this meeting, and he did go in, he tried to get into Andrew Holmes' space. So what part of that is unlawful? That was totally unlawful to me for him to do. So what do? They placed him under arrest on what did he get? Disorderly conduct. He got something, right? Misdemeanor. Ended up with a misdemeanor, right? But that confused me. And, I mean, per se, because they did remove the super mayor from the meeting as he was deliberately trying to get over there to her. He was trying. And you mean to tell me that even though someone has allegations against them and that they shouldn't fear for their lives? Because I promise you, he was threatening. He was threatening. But then he said on his show, and of course he's gonna get the Team Judah people because they feel as if he's getting answers and he's helping them, achieve something. When in fact, he ain't. He's not. He's absolutely not. He's achieving success for him, for himself. He's establishing a big name for himself, Judah. I'm the activist, investigator for Dalton. Now, what happens after that? What happens when that's over with? What, he's moving on to another allegation case? Or what are you gonna do after that? But baby, he used God too much for me to.
You can see here what followed.
Look,
Brown then began to directly approach Holmes, who actually came around the board's desk to meet
You see
Brown
that?
before he was quickly.
Look at that. Why is he? This not his seat. That's not his seat over there. Everybody's head is turned. Yeah. And the same way that I'm looking at this, a judge can look at this. A judge can look at this and be like, oh, she say you're out of order. These men up top her security, or I don't even know what attorney at, all the attorney right there. They got to protect her because this man right here is out of order. Because Andrew Holmes, which is pictured over here, wouldn't give him a demanding answer. You gonna answer to me? Do you know that what that remind me of? Oh, I gotta go get this one paper. It was said in the part of the slave, how they broke the slaves down, you know. And this is exactly how he acted. He acted just like that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get it because I want to read it to y'all. So hold on one second. Let me get this paper. Hold on. Give me like a half a second. I was just reading this today, and I know that most of you guys are familiar with it, right? Hey, my twin love, hi, right? And this is the Willie Lynch, right? This is Willie Lynch, and it is real, and it has been passed down, and we do it to each other. This is a prime example, right? And so I was reading this one part how they said that they set up the 6 principles, right, of breaking a nigga. And I went to go grab this, right? I've had this for a long time, right? And every now and then when I see something like this, I have to go back and do a refresher on the Willie Lynch letter, right? And let me go here. I want to read y'all just the one principle. It's here of how Massa now was able to break down the niggas, right? And he's the prime example to it. And I had to run back and dig this up out of my books, y'all. I was like, I found it. So it says that they laid down the following principles for the long range of comprehensive economic plan. See, they did it to us. This is what we've learned. And as I watch him, that was the first thing that came up in my mind. This is an economic plan for this man because he doesn't have to go this deep in. He doesn't have these credentials that, you know, people have to get answers like what he's searching for. But he turns around and he uses a lot of God in it as if, you know, he's born to do this or something. You say, can I pull up when he jumped up on the stage at Donald Trump rally 8 years ago? You got to give me the name of it for me to get it. So he's been out here for a while, huh? He's been out here for a while. But put the name, you gotta give me the name of it, Ms. Burns, so that I can find it. But it says here that they laid down the following principles for long-range comprehensive economic planning. One, that both horse and the nigger are no good to the economy in the wild or its natural state, right? So when I see him carrying on like this takes me back to his ancestors, you know, generation passed up to him, right? It's like this is all he knows. I only know how to act and behave this kind of way. He wants to use his power, his authority to address the same, you know, culture as him, you know, to break them down. I'm gonna get what I want. So he has his own principality of doing doing things where he thinks that he is going to get results to it. And he's going to end up getting some results that I don't think that he's going to be prepared for. I really don't. And again, because I got to keep saying this, I'm okay with him being an activist. I'm okay with him coming in there and using his First Amendment right and this and that. But what I'm not okay with is for him to take an allegations personally and use it against someone and then demanding things from this man, four grown ass men who we all know. I'm pretty sure that he has suited and booted up with an attorney who had advised him, listen, don't say nothing to nobody until you have, or if you have to have, your due process. We don't like to see things play out in the court of law anymore. I get it. Sometimes the judge ain't fair. Sometimes we're not going to like the jury's decision. I get it. We hate the cross-examination. They dig into your personal lives. But as I'm looking at this hot mess of what be going on in those town meetings, or what is it, the first Monday every month or something like that, unless she calls another one, right? This is the worst of the worst. And I'm sorry, Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, she told them facts, y'all. Y'all making us look like the worst Black people in the fucking nation right now. That and this is what, and they don't care. He doesn't care. This Judah person don't care. It says that both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. That is what he's doing to his own people. This is what he's doing. It says that for the orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid unto. With the female, I ain't gonna use that other word, so we're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that. That was number 3. Both must be crossbred to produce a variety of division of labor. So he's been branded. Somehow he's carried on mentally, psychologically, what has been done to our ancestors, I'll say that, from 600 years ago. And this is how he's acting. This is unacceptable behavior. It sucks because this is open to the public. He doesn't live there, I don't believe, because he talks about how he is flying in. He says he's using it on his own money. But let's keep in mind, you guys, if you're running a YouTube channel and you're pulling in the views and you are monetized and you have elected for AdSense, he getting a check, okay? He's getting a check from YouTube. He's getting a check. And as far as I'm concerned, with him now being all on the news and he's got a lot of people in that town or the village that has become very fond of him, they probably be cutting him checks, little private, little money. He had the nerves to get out of jail, y'all. And I swear the shit that he said on that microphone. They let me brush my teeth. They were cool. They were all right. And I'm sitting here, look, this man act like as if he was on the red carpet being released after 24 hours. But this is what is psychological and physical instructions of containment. This is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. So basically, since I didn't do the 6 principles, he sure in the hell is carrying out some of them. And we can't let that go because they beat it into us. They tied you to the horse, tortured you, spread you apart, and he can't. There's a much more humble way being an activist. You can get better results. You don't have to go in there and act like a freaking animal. And this is what he does when he comes up in there. I remember when he first showed up. I watched that one too. But let me let y'all finish looking at it. But this shit here. Why is he past his seat? I asked again. Why didn't he just use his First Amendment right while he is performing and acting as an activist and then take his butt to go sit down? Why did he not do that? Why did he not? Yeah, no, I'm on my line. I'm on my line.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah. So, that's crazy, right? It's crazy, but let's listen to him.
Surrounded and taken away by police.
Look at
Holmes
him.
has not
Look
been
at him.
charged
Look
with
at
a
us
crime.
steady. Now
the
they're
allegations
moving. Let's
has
go back
not
here. They're
been
moving
charged with a
super mayor out.
by police. Holmes
Look,
has not been charged
let me
with
go
a
back some more.
crime
Let me go
taken
back some
away
more.
by police. Holmes has not been
I'm trying to
charged
pause it.
police
Hold
surrounded
on.
and taken away by
Okay. Now, as you can see, he has moved even further to where that opening of that door is where this attorney is at, right? Look how they done moved super mayor from where the American flag is at. She's almost another 20 feet, 10, 20 feet, trying to get further away from him. And the people don't feel as if she was attacked. You don't think that he violated her space? He had no business whatsoever up here behind this podium, but he wants the action. He wants to be seen. And this was ignorant, straight ignorant. I couldn't believe, I must have watched this, y'all. I'm like, oh my God. I was watching it while they were live, and I was like, what in the hell? So he feel what, big now? He's the big man. And guess what happened? He still did not get an answer out of Andre Holmes. He still didn't get an answer. He done left from over here where Mr. Holmes is at. He all the way around here now where the super mayor sits. And some people think that was okay. They thought that shit was okay. But what if he would have gotten to her and harmed her? What the people gonna say? That's what she get? Yeah, he's our hero. A hero to what? He's a hero for keeping up a bunch of hot mess where people want to come in there. And I tell y'all, because sometimes I be laughing, right? I be like, really? That sounds so personal. You didn't chop my tree down where you're putting in pools with the taxpayers' money. And I looked at the video, and half of the community is down there at the pool. Half of at the Sud show, Soap and Sud. Half of the community is out there on that freaking skating rink, skating their butts off, having a good darn time, having a good time. Now, let's finish. Let's finish.
Police. Holmes has not been charged with a crime, but the allegations are still being investigated by Las Vegas police. So still a lot of questions to be asked about the incident that allegedly happened.
Now, I sure do hope that she comes back and get to talking about, maybe, Super Mayor might want to press charges because she might have felt threatened. What about that? What about that? Because that's how I would have felt. That's exactly how I would have felt. I'm sorry, your activist career might have to come to a halt for a minute there, bro. Hold on, you losing your mind. You straight losing your mind. But let me go back to where his video at. Hold on. Oh, they still showing.
Dalton trustee Andrew Holmes over sexual assault allegations.
Oh, this is even better one.
Yell.
You let me put the screen back on. You gonna answer me. You gonna answer me. Where do people get off with that shit? Who the hell are you? I don't have to answer to you. Isn't that crazy? I'm waiting for the screen to come back up. But when I saw this, I had to go dig out. I just wanted to. I was like, yeah, he's part of those 6 principles of exactly how the slavery, was, how they broke the niggas. And he's up in there as if he can use the same principles against his own people. he gonna break a man down. He gonna break them down. I'm over here like, Lord, if this ain't some niggerish shit. And I said it before on my other live when we were talking about this Dalton situation, right? I'm sorry. I would not open the meetings anymore. They will have to be held on Zoom. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to do this on Zoom. You go in your office, you go in your office, and here go the link. This is about as close as it y'all gonna get. And for all of the people that wants to come in there and with their ridicule, and I get it. Where's the money? She's not being transparent. There is no way right now today with the public knowing that the Federal Bureau investigators are there. They have been there. There's no way of us not realizing that they have, what's her name? Lori Lightfoot there. Investigate. So whatever paperwork it is for them to contain and to put together in order for them to bring along an indictment against super mayor, if there is just cause for them to do so, why won't this public allow them to handle it? I don't get it. Now they can technically save the $600 an hour that they're paying to Lightfoot and just use him and see where that's going to get them at. See where they're going to get with using this guy here. I say I don't have nothing against him. I just feel that he was dead stank wrong with this move here. He was straight wrong. Look at him. He was wrong. He's wrong all day, y'all.
Village Hall, and activist Jedediah Brown returned to the podium and confronted Dalton trustee Andrew Holmes
Look.
over sexual assault allegations. Brown started to yell and demanded personal answers from Holmes before he launched to the front of the room, headed toward Holmes. Brown was immediately surrounded by police.
And the news put it out there. He was heading towards front of the room to get in front of Holmes. What? So at some point, when is he gonna be mad at the news? Because they sure just testified against him. they sure just said he was heading towards that man. It's right there. So it's right there. And then he wants to come back and explain something about how God did this and the God said that. And I was just trying to get close enough to get some answers. Who are you? Who is it that another human being who also have rights, even under allegations, owe you anything? But that takes us back to Ms. Byrne saying that they were previously in each other's space during the Kaninka situation, right? So this could be personal. This could be personal. He's needing some fulfillment behind this here. He needs to be able to find a way to stand up to Holmes behind some other issues that he's having with that man. And this is crazy, but I will watch it again. This shit crazy.
Surrounded by police and was taken away. Trustee Andrew?
Resisting arrest. I don't know. Now you see how the police is holding him and he is fiercely steady trying to bogart his way. He wouldn't even stop. He wouldn't even throw his hands up and said, okay. You can't tell me that. I mean, I know it's real because we've seen it happen, not only with just this guy, but with plenty of people, right? Where at some point you got to know that you need to stop. You got to halt, bro. You got to pause it some damn way. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. And you know what it's going to do? It's going to backfire. And somebody's going to start digging into his life. And somebody's going to find something that he may not want them to find. Because usually that's how it happens. And that's called a retaliation. I don't think that he's going to get any closer to whatever the hell he's looking for from these people. He's making a name and a place for him, a name and a place. And tonight, I'm going to call it like what they said in the 6 damn principles, especially number 1. Especially number 1. Yeah. It says he's out there for economic value. He's out there to rise up in the economic world. That's just how I see it. But nobody wants to be treated like that, even if there are allegations. He should allow this man to wait until the proper charges have been brought and he goes before a judge to receive his due process. But that's what he did. I was like, wow, do you really? Like, oh no, you want some, as they say, comprehensive economic planning. That's what he was doing. He already got it planned out.
Earl Holmes, who is also a well-known victims advocate, is accused of sexually assaulting a former Dalton employee during a village-funded trip to Las Vegas last year. Holmes has not been charged with any crime at this time, though the allegations are presently under investigation by Las Vegas police, and they are also the subject of a civil suit filed by the alleged victim. Liz Nagy has more on what happened before the confrontation cleared the room.
Before last night's meeting turned chaotic and violent, many village residents again showed up wanting to know what is going on with their finances and tax money. Mayor Henyard defended her work and pointed the finger at Dalton trustees.
Dalton's frontline responders arrived at Village Hall in uniform, more than a dozen deep, to demand answers.
Now,
The village.
before this one here runs, I was a little puzzled with this one here, right? Because this allegations about the super mayor has been out here for some time. I ain't never seen these firefighters. I ain't never seen them. Never. Mind you, they're unionized. So this is their union president, right? The union president goes on to talk about how the city, I guess, is not meeting their premiums. They're not getting their premiums paid. He also went on by saying that they are being met with demand letters for medical bills for their families. He also says that their contributions are being mishandled. What? First of all, I guess that they don't have a big finance place that oversees, I'm trying to think what it is, all of their commodities, health insurance and 401ks and things like that. Are they saying that this is something that is single-handedly done by somebody that is working right there, like in their office? Is this what they're saying? And I guess I'm asking that because I always thought that this would be something, is handled higher up in a bigger corporation. You hire a bigger corporation. That's what I thought. I could not imagine. Like, what? You mean to tell me that all of your money that you claim that you are investing and if there's a company match or whatever, is not being distributed into their retirement plan? Is that what he was saying? I was like, wait a minute, hold on. So it appears that they were fighting this through the union. They filed a grievance on it. I don't know. I see maybe if Judah Brown can find out who are their super mayor of the Dalton down there, who is their union rep? Who are their union rep? Because that's who they would be fighting with. So I saw a statement come out from Freeman, Mr. Freeman, and he did respond or something about he's working on it, or they're working on it to get to the bottom of it. And when I hear that, what I'm thinking is, uh-oh, this is some previous shit. As almost everything else that is being put on that agenda to be talked about. To me, it seems as if all of these complaints about the neighbors and from the town and the village that they're having look like to me that they proposed these some time ago, maybe with the previous mayor. And as usual, the next person that takes office is usually left, there to clean up the mess. Can you clean it all up overnight? No, you cannot. As everybody has out here in every state, there is a budget. There's a cap. There's a cap. There's a budget. So you have to be careful. I stated when I first kind of came across this, I watched several videos with the previous mayor. They were in a deficiency. They were drowning. So here's what I gotta say about that. Super mayor, I get it. Man, I would stop because then I would want to hear them coming out and complaining about things that I was doing that I stopped doing them. We're not gonna have no liquor stores. We're not gonna have no skating rink. We ain't gonna have no libraries. We finna shut it down. We just shut the town down. Now, there go all your tax money. I am confused because I pay taxes. And I'm pretty sure that everybody in this chat is paying some type of taxes that goes to the city. Okay? I'm not getting up and running down there. They have town meetings asking for a transparency because I asked you to cut my tree down 10 years ago. Man, I'm going to get my damn tree down. To me, these people, what I'm getting out of this is if they are in need of some things, the tax is going to pay for it. That's what I be hearing from them. Well, my basement was flooding and it's so-and-so, and y'all promised that so-and-so was going to be out to unflood it. Then the next week, this person is up on the podium saying, I pay my taxes. I was a little bit, so this is why we pay taxes? We supposed to run down to the mayor or alderman or what and start complaining about, oh, my window got busted out on the back and y'all never came out to board it up. I'm like, what? It's just crazy when they come up in there, but let's listen to this. This one here got me puzzled, y'all.
Without a contract for 5 years. Currently, the village still refuses to
5
negotiate,
years.
making progress extremely difficult and if not impossible.
The South Suburban firefighters say their financial situation is far worse than even they know.
So my question is, do we have workman's comp insurance? We will continue to serve despite the fact our health insurance is not being paid, our retirement funds are being taken from us, and workers' compensation claims are not being handled properly.
The revelation was a plea.
Workers' comp claims are handled by what? Workers' comp, you guys. And usually workers' comp is not stationed right there in that office where those people are. Those people are only liable for filling out the proper paperwork. I'm not going to call out the different forms of what is supposed to be filled out. Those go out to private, y'all know where they go if you had a workers' comp claim. You have to wait for workers' comp to approve your claim, meaning that they're reviewing your doctor's papers and all of that stuff, right? Once they approve it, you get issued a workers' comp, a source number. So when you go to the doctor or you're going to therapy or this or that, all of your bills are obtained by them. They just go straight to them. I thought this is like Wait a minute, are they asking for the mayor to pay a workers' comp claim? That becomes workers' comp. That's why they have the liability in the, you know, in the contract and things, you know, like I mean, at least that's how it works where I'm at. I, the bosses at my job, they don't pay for your workers' comp thing. Fill out the paperwork. It's insurance and all of that stuff. So this was weird. You said the claims are submitted to the township. The paperwork is. That's not where they stay though. They go out to the headquarters of workers' compensation. They don't just stay there. They're only liable for filling out certain forms, and those forms get moved out. They fast forward. So this one here got me a little bit puzzled because I hear them saying the village and then the town. So you mean to tell me that they're handling every single thing up in there? They just got their own priority of doing things, priority way of doing things, and that is insane. That's insane. A mayor doesn't have time to do and take care of it. I wouldn't think so, you know. I don't know. He said they are not being handled properly. It's just weird.
But as part of the public comment, the firefighters left without immediate answers. Their frustration was the most glaring, but far from the only one from residents who lost patience with a legally embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
I need to know what's going on with the money in the village of Dalton.
In her monthly mayoral update, shunned by residents who visibly ignored her,
I am literally the beacon of light for Dalton.
Mayor Henyard fired back at her detractors.
The board of trustees raise your property taxes every single year. I showed you that, showed you proof.
Henyard's handling of village finance.
Now, when she shows them the proof, why don't the public want to believe her? I don't understand that. I've seen her put some things up there on that video. They don't want to believe nothing that she's saying. Furthermore, there's nobody coming in there saying you're under arrest. We found this, we found that. She's over Thornton and Dalton. And you mean to tell me that one person is capable of doing all of this unhinging ass stuff? I'm too far from believing it right now. I'm sorry. I'm too far from believing this. No, no, and no. No, no, and no. And then still being able to sit up there with a panel of people. So what does that say about the panel of people? That there's an attorney sitting up there. An attorney is sitting right there to her right all the time. You mean to tell me that he ain't sat back and reviewed and dug into stuff and found any wrongful doing and left? He ain't left. And I don't know if there's a lot of blind people out here, but there is an attorney that is sitting right up there with her every single time. And can't nobody tell me that this attorney has not reviewed over a lot of things that most of these people bring up in there complaining about. I'm pretty sure he's going back there saying, well, show me this, well, show me that. You know, what they said this, and I'm pretty sure she popping them out right to him. Here you go, here's this, here's that. Sounds to me like they're just mad because she cut off their way of how they were used to receiving things. That's what it sounds like to me. She has told them over and over and over, just contact this person. It's this and this and that. I've heard I guess she's a secretary or something. She said she wasn't doing it that way. Shouldn't have to do it. Well, basically the rules have changed, and Super Mayor has told them that it's a new sheriff in town, and either you want to do it this way and get the information this way because it's there. I think that they're just choosing to not do it her way. I think that they're just not reaching, to the people to get the stuff. You had a preacher at your church like that, Tiffany? Tiffany is the worst. I was glad. Marquand, why do you say she's the worst? Why? Why? When you got a whole nother mayor, Mayor Tile, or whatever her name is. Now, not to switch subjects, but we go switch it just briefly. She over there with some whole goddamn criminating ass fraud stuff going on with a mishandling of a check by using another guy for a political postage through the USPS. A lot of money, which could have gotten this one guy who went to do the postage, in a lot of trouble, but the check bounced. It, wasn't no 30,000 or something, but do I believe it's her fault that Mayor Tao? No, I do not. I believe it was her boyfriend or her husband that got her out here caught up in some stuff. And I think as that story unfolds, he gonna be out here on the spotlight. I really, really do. It's gonna unfold. She had her confidant, her closest worker, came out here and exposed her. When she told her, you can't do that. You can't. She told her that it's okay. You're making 200,000 a year. That black lady stood her integrity. She stood on her integrity, and she quit her job. She said, I can't do that. What you guys are doing are wrong. But who do I think that this is going to fall back on first? Her husband or the boyfriend or whichever, whatever he was to her, and then she's going to go down. She's not going to go all the way down, but she's going to go down a little bit. A little bit. But let's finish this though. What did Marquand says? Tiffany likes money and loves to spend money. She also gets paid. She also gets paid. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, gotta put your shoes on first. So, yeah, I gotta get my shoes. So, I don't know, Marquand. I don't see it that way because she does get paid. So, I don't know. She does get paid. So I don't know, you guys, but I gotta leave this right here. I'll pick this back up tomorrow. I have an emergency, so I have to end the live. But I like for you to come back to Marquand because everybody's saying, she loves to spin. She loves to spin. Name a woman that don't. I've looked at pretty much all of these Black American female mayors out here. They all dress to kill. They all of their hair are done. They all riding nice. I'm not taking her side right now because I'd rather wait for her to have her due process. Let it all fall out, let it play out, as they say. But this gonna be a part two. And along with my other little, she say, yeah, she a snob, but they made her a snob. They made her a snob. Okay, where I'm at, 216. I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna come back to this one. I think if I can remember which one it was. But I have an emergency, you guys. I gotta run out right quick and handle some situation. And again, happy birthday. Shout out to everybody. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the channel, rock that membership out there, flip yourself to the green, and support the channel. Y'all have a good night, unless I be back. Bye.